Hello friends, thanks for tuning in. Once again, I welcome you all to English Arcade, a channel just for you which helps you polish your English writing skills, grammar and literature. This is going to be yet another video in the Writing Skills Made Easy series. Today, we will learn a very important writing skill from the class 12th curriculum, that is, writing invitations and replies. This topic will be taught in two sections. This video will take care of the formal invitations and replies. I am sure we have all received an invitation at some point of our life or the other. So what is an invitation? Yes, you've guessed it right. An invitation is a request to an individual to attend a function, a get-together, or an event. These could be weddings, birthday parties, inauguration ceremonies, annual functions, sports events, etc. Whenever we receive an invitation, we ought to send replies. Why do we have to write replies? We write replies because it is courteous on our part to respond promptly to invitations so that the host knows well in advance how many guests to expect and he or she will make preparations accordingly. Sending replies also shows our good manners and demonstrates our professional conduct. Dear friends, there are two types of invitations and replies: formal invitations and replies and informal invitations and replies. The difference between these two is as simple and quite similar to the difference between formal and informal letter. That is, formal invitations and replies are formal in nature, polite, pleasant and courteous, and informal invitations and replies have a relaxed style and tone, and the style of writing, the language is informal and friendly. My dear friends, both formal and informal invitations and replies are very important from the exam point of view. We will first learn all about formal invitations. Before we begin, I request all my dear viewers to subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up if you like the content. Formal invitations can be written in two different ways. A printed invitation card is designed whenever we need to send out bulk invitations to relatives, neighbors, colleagues or friends on social occasions like weddings, birthday parties, marriage anniversaries, etc. And formal letter of invitation is used whenever there is a formal and a personal invite which needs to be sent out to one particular person, and these are used more often when we have to invite a chief guest or a judge for a competition. Let us look at some essential elements of a formal invitation card. A formal invitation card is always written in the third person. The subject matter is centrally aligned. In case a VIP is invited as a chief guest for a function or an occasion, the name of the VIP must appear prominently in the card. Write the full names of the hosts with appropriate titles. So titles like Mr. and Dr., Colonel, etc. are used. Name of the invitee is not to be included. These are bulk invitation cards which are printed for all invitees. So one particular invitee's name is not written, it is only written on the envelope. Simple present tense is to be used throughout. The date of writing the invitation card is not given and there is no signature of the host. The abbreviation RSVP, which means please reply, is written below on the left side with name, address and phone number of the host or the hosts. Special instructions or requests like no regrets please, no gifts please, dress code, etc. can be mentioned on the invitation card. The invitation card is always put in a box and the word limit is 50 words. Let us now understand the format of a formal invitation card. Each of the following elements is written in a separate line and the matter is central aligned. We start by writing the name of the host. Then comes the formal phrase of invitation. Next comes the occasion or the name of the event. After that comes the date, time and venue of the event. We mention the name of the chief guest, if any, give instructions if there are any instructions, and conclude with RSVP. This is how your formal invitation card will look like. We put the invitation in a box, start by writing the name of the host, name of the institution which is organizing the function, occasion or the name of the event, date, time, venue, name of the chief guest, RSVP, and special instructions or dress code. Please have a look at some request phrases which can be used as standard expressions for extending the invitation. You can use any one of these while writing your formal invitation. Let us understand how to draft a formal invitation card with the help of this example. Your school, DAV School Chandigarh, is organizing the annual sports day. Draft a formal invitation to be sent to all invitees in about 50 words. Please remember to draw the box first. We start by writing the name of the host school or the institution. Then comes the request phrase, after which we write the name of the event. This is followed by time, date and venue. Then comes the name of the chief guest. Instructions and RSVP are written towards the bottom left side. Please remember, while the entire content is central aligned, only the instructions and RSVP are written towards the left. The second type of formal invitation is written in form of a formal letter. So whenever an institute or an organization plans to call a prominent personality as a chief guest or a guest of honor, they send out a formal invitation in form of a formal letter. Let us have a look at a format. We start by writing the sender's address, then comes the date in expanded form. Next comes the receiver's designation and address. The subject is invitation to attend, which is followed by the name of the event. Salutation is dear sir or ma'am. Then comes the body of the letter, complimentary clause, and finally we write the sender's full name. Let us now learn how to distribute the content in the body of the formal invitation letter. For the sake of our convenience and examination, we divide the body into 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph gives the introduction about the host or the institution. In the second paragraph, we try to give all necessary information like the name of the event, date, time, venue, etc. The third paragraph, we try to extend the invitation using the invitation phrase and request the person concerned to confirm his or her availability. Let us now understand how to write a formal invitation letter with the help of this example. You are Sachin Bansal, the head boy of Springdale's Public School, Gurugram. Your school is organizing an inter-school T20 cricket championship from 2nd October to 8th October 2022. Write a formal invitation to Shri B.S. Bedi, the legendary cricketer, inviting him to your school to inaugurate the cricket championship. We first write the sender's address. Next comes the date. This is followed by the receiver's designation or name, followed by his address. Next comes the salutation, followed by the subject. In the first paragraph, we talk about give an introduction to the institution. In the second paragraph, we mention details like the name of the event, date, time, venue, and how the presence of the chief guest will make a difference. In the third paragraph, we can humbly request the receiver to accept the invitation and confirm availability. We end on a positive note. This is followed by complimentary clause and the sender's name followed by the sender's designation. I hope by now you have understood how to write formal invitations, whether in form of invitation cards or formal letters. So here is a question for you all to practice. The literary club of your school is organizing an inter-school cartoon making competition in the school itself. Draft a formal invitation inviting the famous cartoonist R.K. Narayan to be the special guest of honor during the contest. Please remember to use the formal letter format in this particular question. Now we will learn all about writing formal replies. Formal replies are formal in tone and treatment. They must be brief, to the point, pleasant, polite, and courteous. They can be written in two ways. Formal replies can be written in the card or the note format, or they could be written in form of a formal letter of reply. Please remember the word limit of formal replies is also 50 words. How do we decide whether to use the card format or the letter format? If the invitation is written in the card format, the reply should be written accordingly. If the invitation comes in a formal letter format, the answer should also be written in a formal letter format. While writing formal replies, whether we use the card format or the letter format, the essential elements remain the same. We begin by acknowledging the invitation, express thanks for the invitation, mention acceptance or regret. In case of a regret, specify the reason for refusal, send good wishes for the event. Be brief and specific, be formal in tone and treatment, and follow the word limit, which is 50 words. Formal replies in card or note format are always written in the third person. Formal replies for acceptance, we first write the name of the sender of the reply, express gratitude, write the name of the host, mention the name of the event for which the invite was sent, and express acceptance. In case of denial, we write the name of the sender of reply, express gratitude for inviting, write the name of the host, write the name of the event, decline invitation, and give a reason for not attending, send good wishes. Here is an example of formal replies written in a card or a note format. You are Vivek Thar. You have been invited by the Lions Club to attend a musical night being organized by them. Send a reply confirming your acceptance to the invitation in about 50 words. Let's have a look at the answer. Remember to put the answer in a box. Vivek Thar thanks the Lions Club for the invitation to the musical night at Lions Club of India, Bandara Road on 24th November 2022 at 6 p.m. and has great pleasure in accepting it. He conveys his best wishes to the organizers. Now let us look at an example of a formal reply written in the letter format. You are Tanvi Bali. You have been invited by Rotary School Gurugram to inaugurate the book exhibition being organized by them. However, you will not be able to attend it due to prior commitments. Write a formal reply in about 50 words. Formal replies in a letter format follows the format of a formal letter. So with sender's address, date, receiver's designation and receiver's address, subject, salutation. The body of the letter includes acknowledgement of the invitation and thanks for it, name of the event, date, time, venue, regret, reason for refusal, and sending good wishes. This is followed by complimentary clause and sender's name. I hope by now you have all understood how to write formal replies. So here is a question for you all to attempt. You are Ranjit Chopra, a celebrated short story writer. You have been invited by the Literary Club, Army Public School, Pune, to deliver a lecture on literature and life. Draft a formal acceptance of the invitation in about 50 words. That's all for this video on formal invitations and replies. I hope you've been able to thoroughly learn and understand the concept. See you soon with another video. Please stay safe and healthy, and all the best for your forthcoming exams. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel.